August 9th, 2022 recap. What a difference a couple of weeks makes. And this is why in politics, short-term memory is exactly what the politicians expect from the American electorate. For years, the moniker given to the Democrats from the Republicans were the do-nothing Democrats. Like it or don't like it, that's irrelevant. The fact is that a series of legislation, of policies being implemented have really been ticked off the list the last couple of weeks by the Democrats in charge. Gas prices are coming down. Today, the CHIPS Act was signed into law. You've got the Inflation Reduction Act that's going to come to the president's desk, and it's kind of had the path cleared for it. And this is the time going into midterm season, whereas if you don't agree with these policies, because the Democrats are getting their way, this is the time that the counterparty, the Republican Party, should really be saying what their alternatives are. That's typically how these elections go. That's typically what's happening with these midterms. Not in 2022. Instead, the Republican Party that remains very split between the Trump-loyal Republicans and more traditional Republicans is pretty much the Trump side focusing exclusively on what happened to Mar-a-Lago a couple days ago. The narratives from Fox News, OAN, all of the groups that just are very partisan in their approach to covering information is the fact that they are focused exclusively on Mar-a-Lago. And in a very strange twist today, many of the tweets that were coming out from the Marjorie Taylor Greenes and the Lauren Boeberts were talking about defunding the FBI. I mean, reminder, the FBI are technically federal police. Are we defunding the police now? Because that's something they railed against for years. I've said this before, and I'll say it again on this channel. The FBI director was appointed by former President Trump. He had to sign off on this warrant, which then had to go to an independent judge to be authorized. This is how the government process works. Is that what the Republican Party is going to focus on going into the 2022 midterms, not policy of any kind? Because if so, a couple of months ago, I was making predictions the Republicans are going to walk to taking the Senate and the House. That may not be the case if this is their approach from here forward. But of course, we'll see. Here on this channel, cover it every single day, as many times as I can. And that's the news of the day.